Ben, also from the Flowmads.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, so how long have you been traveling with the tribe? How long have you been part of the tribe?
About a little under a year ago, in March last year. I've been living on Koh Rong where the festival happened and is going to happen again.
Okay.
I've been living on the
and
island.
This is in Cambodia?
Yep, I've been living on the island for almost a year. Yeah, it's down the south below Sihanouk.
Okay.
It's Koh Rong settlement.
Is it very beautiful there?
It's so beautiful, and there's only a small chunk of the beach that is actually populated and has like beach and hostels and stuff like that. And then as you go further around the island, there's so much less. There's like small 1 or 2 resorts spread across the beaches. It's really remote, it's beautiful, it's huge.
Wow, so you always can find a little area for yourself.
Yeah, I was
to
a
have
tour guide,
privacy.
so I was running boat tours and doing like a full lap around the island 3 days a week. So I get to snorkel and fish and see the beaches and
so
see
how
some of the
did you
locals.
end up getting there from Australia? Like what's the story with that?
I went to see a friend who was in Kampot, southern Cambodia, and then after that I went down south to explore and went to a pub crawl, won a free ticket to the boat tour, did the boat tour and asked the guy for a job, and he told me to come back if I was serious about it, so I did that. And I'd never had any experience doing tour guiding or customer service or anything like that before, and I jumped right into it, and after 2 months I was running the boat tours myself. And yeah, I was running groups from 10 to 35 people, fishing, snorkeling, going all over the village, stopping on beaches, lunch, cooking the fish we caught, all sorts of stuff.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And so then through that you discovered the Flow Arts.
Yeah, the Flowmads came to me on the island, and I missed the last festival by like 3-4 weeks. Yeah, and then the festival came around again the next year, and I went along and did every bit I could because I was still working, so I had to be doing my job. But the days that I could spend there, I spent there, and yeah, connected with some awesome people, learnt some really cool stuff, and just carried the flow up from there.
So when you first saw it, was there something inside of you like, I know this is a different thing, but like rollerblading?
Yeah, like I learned fire arts from the Cambodian guys on the island beforehand. Like
this is one of your...
Oh yeah, it's one of my burns from the fire stuff. It's
real fire, people. It's real fire. It's not fake fire. It really burns you.
But yeah, so I did flow for a little bit before that, but it was more Cambodian style, so just really fast to crazy music that wasn't really flowy at all. So yeah, that was how I learned. And then after 9-10 months maybe, the free flows came. The free flow festival happened. The Flowmads came to me, and I learned from them. I met all the people.
To you, meaning?
Meaning they came to the island, and I was able to be a part of it.
I'd
met Rafa once or twice beforehand, and I had said to him, I'd love to help at the next festival. Please give me jobs if you need help with little bits and pieces, stuff behind the scenes.
Something just resonated.
I knew that a festival like that, I could provide a lot of service because I'd lived on the island for a long time, and I knew everyone there, so if something needed to happen and they needed a random tool or something like that, like I could usually make that happen. Yeah, it was cool. I could be really helpful to them, and they were more helpful than they knew to me.
So because you're doing so much traveling and in a group, and because for me, and usually, like I said, I do this like a conversation, so it's new for me to do so much travel, and even I've never gone to even one festival before like that, like what was it called, Jatep. So I know for me, I'm noticing so much connection with people that I'm already feeling like, okay, it's time to decompress, time to connect again to my creator, you know. Like, how do you handle that? How do you balance, like, for your personality? Is it difficult to be around people all the time? And
not at all. I find as long as I've got a little bit of time to sort of just download and just be in my own space and kind of have a bit of time to flow by myself. But I mean, even when I'm with a lot of people, as long as I have a bit of time to flow by myself with Poi or with Sticks or something like that, like that seems to be a lot of the downtime that I need, because I'm not really communicating with other people. I'm kind of in my own space doing my own thing. But yeah, I love being around lots of people and people that I can really connect with and always kind of get along with and have the same sort of sense of humor as me. Like, I don't find it requires any effort or anything like that. It's just, yeah, it's nice. It's always there's a lot of energy there. And it's,
And so, like, what are some lessons that, if you were to tell people who maybe they are afraid of travel or they're afraid of there's a lot of people like that back from where I'm from, the States or from
I
Australia. Yeah, just traveling is like a big deal. Like, what would you say?
The biggest part. Like, first step. Once you get that first step out of the way, and you realize that, especially in places like Southeast Asia, once you get over the fact that you can socialize with anyone you want, all you need to do is go up and say hello and introduce yourself.
Meaning they're welcoming, they're friendly.
Yeah, everyone is welcoming. Everyone.
Are they like that in Australia? Like if I just go up to anyone in Australia?
I mean, when you've grown up in a place and you're around, like you go to the local shopping centre or you go to a fast food restaurant, you can't just, it's not as easy to just openly chat to someone and have a conversation about something random. Like it's always kind of, it's always been easier when I got to Asia because you can always talk to people no matter what, no matter where you are. You can stop walking past someone in the street and just be like, I like what you're wearing. Like, you compliment them on anything and then have a conversation.
Next thing you know, your best friends,
your best friends,
inviting you over.
You know 3 people that are living in the same area. You end up, it's just, it's awesome. It's awesome how open everyone is and how willing everyone is to just connect with a stranger because they might have something in common. Okay. And most of the time you do. It's really cool.
Okay. So we've shared a lot. I know
the biggest thing I can say for traveling, for anyone that's afraid of traveling, is please just make that first jump and don't overthink it, don't overplan it. Go somewhere with open plans where you're flexible to just do what happens there.
So are there any downsides at all?
No, because even when you've got no money, it teaches you how to live on nothing, and you can live on.
How long have you lived off of nothing?
When I was living up the north of Pai in the small little hill tribe that I was staying in, I was living on 11 baht a day. I worked it out to, I lived on 11 baht a day for a month and a half.
And so generosity, basically.
Yeah, I was doing a little bit of a work for trade. But like work for trade, it wasn't hard work. I was helping build a house. I was learning skills. I was learning how to speak another language. I was learning how to speak some Thai. I'm at a basic level of speaking Thai now.
I love the perspective,
Yeah, you just get so much knowledge as long as you're you're able to give the effort and you're able to provide some type of service for someone that's able to provide your cost of living, your food, your bed, that sort of stuff. And then other than that, rice was something that was in abundance because there was the rice fields everywhere. Same with the garlic was grown everywhere, so that was always free. And then it was just basic vegetables. I was eating 2 to 3 meals a day on 11 baht.
Wow.
It was awesome.
So you're about to head to this island in Cambodia, off of Cambodia. You're in Thailand now. Where were you before?
I just come back from Adelaide. I spent 2 weeks in Adelaide. 2 months in Adelaide.
Where's Adelaide?
Adelaide is in Australia.
Okay.
South Australia. That's where I grew up. I went back there to see Mum and Dad and just family for Christmas and do New Year's and Christmas with the family. And then, before that I was in Hawaii for a month. I went there by chance. I met someone in Pai in the circus school.
Okay.
And before that I was in Seattle for 2 months. I went there to visit a few friends and try and travel around a bit.
So as far as with the Flowmads though, where have you been with them?
Cambodia and here.
Okay. All right. And after this trip to Cambodia, what's next?
I fly to Hawaii again on the 7th of April.
Okay.
And just reconnect with all the Flow guys there, and I've got a real cool community that I've met there.
Okay.
So that's really cool. And there's a couple of hikes.
Getting rowdy over there.
There's a couple of hikes around and stuff that we're going to do. There's some passes for some hikes. I'm just going to live around and just learn some skills, help build some stuff, have a good time.
Sounds like a beautiful life. Thank you, Ben, for sharing.
No worries.
I wish you the best in your travels.
Thank you very much.
Peace and blessings.